A Brexiteer has said Ursula von der Leyen's speech announcing the historic Brexit deal between the UK and EU shows exactly why Britons voted to leave the bloc in 2016. Tory MP Liam Fox, who served as Minister for Trade from 2016 to 2019, has celebrated the news of Boris Johnson's Brexit deal. He said the UK will now be able to take back control of our laws, our borders and our money with an independent trade policy and control of our fisheries to boot. But the Brexiteer said the tone of the European Commission President's speech was striking. Writing in the Daily Telegraph, the Tory MP said Ms. von der Leyen's speech exemplified the EU way of thinking. He said, "It is interesting that at the press conference announcing the deal, the President of the Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, who I thought was extremely balanced and gracious, said that to her sovereignty meant being able to seamlessly do work, travel, study and do business in 27 countries. It was, in its way, the clearest possible example of why Britain's historic concept of self-governance was always ultimately incompatible with the European project." When she talked about the need for pulling our strength and speaking together in a world full of great powers, there was no recognition that this did not require the loss of legal independence for its achievement. It laid bare the chasm that exists conceptually between us. Mr. Fox added the Brexit trade deal was a significant victory for Britain. He said, "It represents a victory for the will of the people over a reluctant political class and the condescension and derision from the liberal metropolitan elite, both of whom are still so out of touch that they still cannot understand why the British people had the audacity to ignore their advice. It has been over 4 years since the majority of Britons voted to leave the EU in a historic referendum. The UK voted to quit the bloc by 52% to 48% and Tory politicians have spent years thrashing out a deal with the bloc. But on Christmas Eve the Prime Minister announced he had finally secured a post-Brexit trade deal with Brussels. He said, "And so I am very pleased that this afternoon that we have completed the biggest trade deal yet, worth £660 billion, a comprehensive Canada-style free trade deal between the UK and the EU, a deal that will protect jobs across this country."